vocation as a wife is, very different. It's if you read Ephesians 5, wives be submissive to your husbands. That can sound very backwards and old-fashioned or something, but in the same way that a man and woman dance together, the woman has to follow the man, and if she's not following, then you're not going to be dancing very well. And I'm talking about ballroom dance, not rock dancing or something. So in that same way, I have to be open to his leading, and that's not always the easiest thing. Sometimes I have to, do something different than I would like to do, but it's, and he doesn't push his authority on me either. I'm going to tell you what to do and you're going to do it, woman. It's not like that at all with us. But I think we have a naturally complementary relationship, and we just we're happy with that. So
9 times out of 10, it's me realizing that April's right, and she has a great wisdom about the family. She has a mother's heart about what's best for the family, and in a sense, her heart needs to convince my head, and then my head is able to lead us forward, with the plan. I think that's what Pope Pius XI, soon to be hopefully St. Pius XI, said in Casti Connubii, that if the man is the head, the wife is the heart. And which do you want to be without, a heart or a head? You need both. You can't have 2 brains and you can't have 2 hearts. You won't be able to live.
The way I see my vocation as a wife and a mother is that I am the heart of the family. I'm the one that everybody looks to for their emotional and physical support. But the big thing is the emotional support. That when I'm having a bad day, everybody's having a bad day. If I'm having a good day, then it rubs off on everybody, and they're able to get through their trials more easily.
When we think about role models, about being head of the family and how best to operate around that, we can't get any better than Christ, in the sense that the love of your neighbor. I think my first neighbor, my best friend, is my wife. So when I approach heading the family, I think about how can I best love the people in my family, and to me, love is seeking to do the things that are in their best interests. That's the way you try to raise children. It's not the way you're not trying to raise a wife, but it's still looking to do things that are in the best interests of the people you love.
In our family, Bill is the spiritual leader and the head of our family, and that is a concept that I have grown to understand, I think, as we've gone on in our marriage through religious study. And I have found that our family does run more smoothly. We have less problems when I am willing to let go of things and to let Bill be the head of our family and guide us in our major decisions. He's always very good about wanting my input for everything, but I know that ultimately major decisions are his. It's up to him and his decision. I have to trust him and let go and give that trust to Bill to lead our family in the direction that he deems is right. And when you're in a Catholic marriage, you can do that because, once again, Christ is there in your family. And me relinquishing that role, allowing him to be the head of our family, I know that Christ will support that and will bless us and will guide him in that. So I can let go and I can trust him. My role as wife is different from Bill's in that I'm there primarily to be the supporter, the nurturer, especially of our children and of Bill, to be his helpmate, and to bring comfort and love to our family. So it's a very nurturing role.
The sacrament of marriage talks about and addresses the unitive. So everything that is done, okay, as long as you're focusing on the fact that the sacrament is bringing together God and two spouses together as one, everything that you do, every thought that you have, centers on, is this making us one, or is this taking us apart? If I become dominant and pushy and authoritarian over my wife, the question then is this helping us become more intimate and bringing us closer to God, or is this taking us away from God? And the obvious answer is, of course, it isn't. So therefore, you're discouraged from behaving in that way and reapproaching things in a more civil way that will bring you closer to each other, not apart.
The grace of the sacrament of matrimony has helped me not to abuse the position of being the head of the family by being authoritarian. The way I've been able to look at my wife and children is that I love them more than anybody else in this world, other than God. And since I love them, I want to treat them well. My wife and I have a partnership in our marriage. I might be the head of the family, but she's definitely the heart of the family, and we want to be able to make decisions together. I want her to be able to give her input.
Well, Scott is definitely the head of our family. He's grown into that role. But I see it as he's always willing to provide for us. He's always, either worked, or often throughout our marriage, he's worked a full-time job and a part-time job in order that I wouldn't have to work, in order that I could stay home and be the nurturer and take care of the children. And he has really taken his role seriously as a responsibility as head of the household to take the responsibility for making sure that our family is where it needs to be financially and spiritually.
For me, the role of head of the family really does boil down to just a sense of responsibility that I feel. That not that I have to run the house, but that I'm responsible for what happens within our family.